What up, y'all? My name's Jim,
Big Bob.
and this is our beer review. We're just two guys that like drinking beer,
Lots of beer.
and we're always willing to try new beer, at least once. Not all beers are good, but we're willing to try everything at least once. Another man rule that we have is if you open a beer, you have to finish it,
No matter how bad it is.
how bad it is, because sometimes it does change. So you have to give it a chance. Even if it's bad, you got to go through with it. So what do we got here, Bob?
This is one from Sierra Nevada. Tropical Torpedo, Tropical IPA. They make a normal torpedo, but this is their kind of tropical variant.
Okay, so this one's out of Sierra Nevada Brewing, out of Chico Califas and Mills River, North Carolina. What do we got on the back here?
Well, it's inspired by the island life. We created an IPA completely disconnected from the mainland. We used our one-of-a-kind hop torpedo to deliver an intense rush of hop flavor and lush aromas of mango, papaya, and passion fruit with every sip. This is their tropical twist on an American IPA.
Cool. So for a lot of people that don't know, IPA is Indian Pale Ale. So a lot of people say, oh, IPA, but there's a lot of different ways to use Indian Pale Ale. So we're not experts, but we've had our share of beers. So
Definitely our fair share.
let's pop these open.
You got it. Like that, boy.
All right, thank you, sir. Gentlemen. See if we can get a good pour here.
We'll see.
Let's see.
Definitely don't want to fuck that up on camera.
All right. Sometimes you want a little foam, not too much. All right, man. That's what I learned in college.
That one went down pretty good, man.
All right, man. So
Not bad for the first pour of the night.
here we go.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, man.
Jim and Bob's beer review.
Has a bite. You could definitely tell it's an
Oh, yeah.
IPA.
That's a good beer. I mean, a good IPA. You know, when it comes down to the aroma, you do fill up on all of those aromas. Aromas?
Yeah.
On them aromas.
Yeah, that does smell good.
You know? And I mean, I wouldn't even say that it's overly fruity by any means either.
A lot of people have this misconception where they hear that there's a fruit in a craft beer, and they think like, oh, it's gonna be sweet. Oh, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? It's not like malt drinks or like any liquor drinks. Like it's a hint of it. They use it in the brewing. It's not like, oh, it's gonna be like what is on here? What is it?
The pineapple or
The pineapple,
the papaya, the passion fruit.
Yeah, because those are all sweet fruits. You know what I mean? But
And they're distilled out of the whole process.
Yeah.
During the brewing process, you basically get the essences of them. You don't get the sugary amounts of it. I mean, there's some beers out there that are definitely overly sugary.
Yeah.
Usually an IPA kind of steers clear of that standard.
yeah, usually with an IPA, you can just tell it's an IPA because it has a bite. It has a bite up front, and you could just be like, woof, okay, that's an IPA.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? A lot of people don't like IPAs, you know? It might not be for you. There's a lot of different craft beers that are out there that aren't IPAs, you know what I mean?
When we first started, we weren't the biggest fans of IPAs. You know what I mean? We definitely journeyed our way slowly into the IPA world. You know?
I think we started with a wheat beer because I was like, you know, I grew up drinking the Bud Light and the Coors Light
Yep.
and Corona, you know. We're from the Southwest, so we get a lot of those domestic beers. And then we started getting a little older and we're willing to try different things. And I remember one of the first beers I had was like, that I really liked was like a Sunset Wheat. And it was a wheat beer. I didn't know what a wheat beer was. So, and then, you know, you just start opening your taste buds to different things. But
Great beer, by the way,
Yeah.
the Sunset Wheat. It's hard to find.
this definitely is a good one. Where'd you get this one at?
So this one was from Albertsons, where you can just kind of build your own little six-pack. You know, judging by the selection that they had there, I was just kind of thinking, hey, why not? I know that both of us have had it before, liked it quite a bit. Definitely one that I can assure that most people, you know, if you're just going to kind of have even a journey way into having your first IPA and you see this on the shelf, I definitely think this is something that you want to pick up.
Yeah, because a lot of people see IPAs, and there's the major brands that you see out there like Samuel Adams and things like that, but there's a lot of other breweries out there that are independent or just smaller ones that they make great beer, you know what I mean? They're not, might be everywhere, but sometimes you just got to take a chance on those random beers, you know what I mean? And that's the whole fun about this, is that
It is.
you're willing to try a beer at least once. You know, a lot of people might taste this and be like, Jesus, that was terrible. I've had a better IPA than that. well then fine. You know what I mean? At least you say that you tried it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one of the coolest things about beer is that I stopped keeping track of how many beers I've had or whatever. But if I look at a label, I could tell you, oh, I've had that one before, and not have that one before.
For sure. I think I'm on the same level of that.
I would rate this a solid like 7.
I agree with
For
that.
me?
I'd say an 8 for me, just because I'm not as, when it comes to the IPA game, I am definitely more judgmental, because there's some that I just can't stand.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, everyone's like, oh, you gotta try this,
Yeah.
And it seems like a competition of how much like hop flavor. It's almost like someone stuck a freaking Christmas tree inside of a glass sometimes. But I definitely think that this one hits on the pure levels of like, all right, that's a good IPA. I think the flavors of the fruits only come through as like freshness, as opposed to.
And
just
it's not overbearing too.
Yeah,
It's just
not
like
at
you
all.
get a hint of it, and that's the thing is that you have to like kind of take a couple swigs, because it's not like the first couple swigs you're like, okay, you're getting used to it, and after like halfway through you're like, damn, this is pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if this is like a year-round one, or maybe it's just a seasonal. But I mean,
That's a good question.
Pretty much summertime right now.
That's a good question. We should look that up.
Let's see see if that's a year-round beer or not, there, Bob.
We shall. So the hop torpedo method is dry hopping. It's a way to give beer more flavor and aroma, not more bitterness. So a traditional method is filling nylon sacks with hops, suspending them in fermentation tanks, but sometimes they would remove those sacks even weeks later, so they'd be dried in the middle. With the hop torpedo, they maximize every hop. Beer circulates out of the fermenter, flows through the column of hops and back into the tank. By adjusting the time, temperature, and speed of circulation, they can control the aromas and the flavors in the finished beer. So I'm assuming that it's after that they would add the aromas of the passion fruit and all the other good stuff too. But yeah, believe it or not, this is a year-round beer. 6.7% alcohol by volume.
Dang.
55 IBU.
So that's like almost 2-to-1 to a domestic beer.
And that's not bad. When
And
you're
it-
thinking
yeah.
about an IPA, I mean, geez, and it's tasty.
Yeah, it's good. And I'm the type of guy that, I mean, I could slam Coors Lights and Ultras, don't get me wrong, but then I'm going to the bathroom like every other goddamn beer. So if I
Literally.
can have 2 beers in one and cut those trips in half, I'll take it.
Yeah, any day.
Any day, for sure.
Anytime that you can avoid having multiple restroom trips, just because you want to enjoy some beer, it helps out no matter what.
That's good. I enjoyed that. It's pretty
I
good.
enjoy it. It's good beer. Sierra Nevada is a good brewery. I think they're like the number 1 or 2 brewery in the whole world outside of of as far as craft brewery.
They're pretty good. And I know
think
they
it's
have a bunch
them
out there,
Sam
too.
Adams, and then Sam Adams or them. I know that Sierra Nevada is above Dogfish Head, I believe, in sales. I'm not too sure, but could be wrong. Don't beat me up in the comments too much.
Yeah, Google it.
Yeah, Google
Google
it and let
little
us know.
Google always knows everything.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to ever say that I was wrong about something. Enlighten me. If I'm wrong, hey, let me know.
I agree. I'm the same. And also, please feel free to kind of throw down in any of the comments what kind of beer you may have that's local for you. Maybe something that that's local for us. We're here in El Paso, Texas. So, anytime that you think that there's something that might be on our shelves that we would enjoy, feel free to throw it down in the comments, man. We'll definitely take a look.
Well, that was our first beer of the night. That was pretty good.
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
Now that I know it was, 6.7?
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes it a whole lot better.
Oh,
right?
that's a win. That's a winner,
I
915.
agree, man. Yeah, winner 915.
Damn, that was good.
Sure was, man.
Check it out.
Get one. Guys, you might be wondering what this blank can is right in front of us here. And go ahead, my man.
So, this is our mystery beer of the day. So, we have no idea what this is.
None.
My wife picked this up at a local liquor store for us, and I told her, get a beer that for sure I haven't had or we've had, and kind of cover it up. So she did such a great job. She just pulled the label off. It looks like a damn Coors Light can without the graphics on it.
Absolutely no
There's
clue what is
literally
inside of this.
we don't know what it is.
None.
I don't know what type of beer. I don't know the company. I don't know if it's even from the goddamn Southwest. I don't even know where it is. So this is genuinely a mystery beer.
Yep. The definition of a mystery
Okay.
beer.
And we have the label in here. It's taped. We have, we're going to open this.
Try it.
We're going to try it, and then we're going to open and we'll reveal what it is.
So you can be as surprised as we are.
All right, so
Here goes nothing.
I would tell you what it is and where it's from and what it is, but we have no
We
idea.
have no idea.
I don't even know what color it is.
Me neither.
Okay. Okay. I can say
Well, it's not a porter or a stout.
it's not a porter or a stout. It's not a lager. Well, might be.
Might be.
I think it's gonna be like a citrus.
Yeah, we definitely gonna have to take a guess.
I think it's gonna be. Oh man, it's a cider.
Oh, it is a cider.
It's a cider.
It's a cider.
It's a cider. Oh, I hate ciders.
That one was a good one, V.
But yeah.
That one was a good one.
But it's a cider. I can tell it's a cider. It smells like a cider.
Here it goes.
Yep. Oof. A sour.
Ooh, it's a sour.
Sour cider.
Oh, that's a sour.
So a lot of
I don't
people don't
think-
know what a cider is. It's
No,
like
I don't know if this is a cider. In my opinion,
It might
this
be
is a sour.
a
This is
sour?
only a sour. Yeah, look. So look at the little clumps.
oh.
Yeah. So this is one of those, like I've
Is
been
it
reading
a
about it. It's
session?
like, no, it's like a lambic sour. I don't know. I just know that I've seen something with the floaty things inside of the beer. I can tell you that much. So
It tastes okay.
It doesn't taste horrible.
Okay, so
it
it's-
is sour as fuck.
It
though.
is sour, but it's not a cider. Now that I smelled it and I thought it was a cider initially, but it's not.
It is tart.
Yeah, it's
You know?
well said. It is tart.
It is tart. You know, but it is refreshing, and
It's
You
good.
want to talk about having a bite? It has it.
It has a like
You
not
know?
like an IPA bite. I had
Different
said
bite.
that earlier, but it's good.
Yeah,
This
And
is a good summer
carbonated.
beer.
Not as carbonated as what you would have in like a Hefeweizen or a even like
It's
a
not
lager
a
or an
wheat.
IPA
Yeah.
or a wheat. Like it's not overly carbonated or super carbonated. You know what I mean? It definitely.
It's light. It's light.
yeah.
It's not heavy. So for sure, it's not a wheat.
No.
It's not a cider.
No,
because
it's-
the cider's lighter. So it's like an in between. So I'm curious to see
I'm
what
thinking
this
it's
is.
a sour ale, man.
A sour ale. Let's see what this is. She did a good job on the packaging here.
Yeah, she did. You know, good job.
Good job, dummy.
She's setting the standard.
All right, that's what it is.
Oh wow.
Pink guava funk.
From Prairie Artisan
Pink
Ales.
guava funk. Sour ale. Hey!
high five.
We got it.
Man.
Sour ale. No shit.
Dang, 6.3% alcohol by volume, you guys. So this is I know I've heard of Prairie. You know, I think I've had one of their like chili stouts, something like that in the past. But brewed and canned by Krebs Brewing Company in Krebs, Oklahoma. You know, really interesting beer to say the least.
You know what? Now that I know it's guava, I
can
taste
taste
guava.
it now too.
But I
'Cause
couldn't tell.
guava's tart.
I couldn't tell it was guava before. But now that I know it's in there, I could taste it. Definitely taste it.
Oh yeah.
Pink guava funk.
And for anybody wondering about the little floaties there, you can see them, but you don't taste them. There's no weird consistency in your mouth. There's nothing that comes out like, oh man, this is clumpy or anything like that. Like nothing like that. Even though you can see it, I'm imagining it's like some kind of a yeast.
And you know what that's cool about... So a lot of people don't know about... There's a lot of micro breweries and smaller breweries that they make their own labels. This is literally just a label that they put on or they get manufactured on. It's just a regular can and then...
Gotta love it.
You know what I mean? So that's how she took off the label.
Then we gotta give them the Google this time.
Yeah,
brother.
look it up. Pink guava funk.
Prairie
It's...
Artisan Ales. You can always edit this out for, you know.
Sour ale.
So this is the website, you know? It seems like this seems to be a legit special kind of draft room only type of beer that V just happened to be able to get in a can. So
Wow. So a lot of times that they'll make a small batch of beer just to test it. So they're not going to put it out there. So they'll put it in tap rooms. And sometimes they'll bottle it in a small portions and see how it does. Because they want to see what everybody's feeling. Because sometimes, you know, a lot of companies, they don't want to just put out a bunch of beers and like nobody likes them. So they're
right.
wasting their resources on something that people might have good feedback. So
And
we're
sometimes
we're
it's-
just lucky that we got this,
Yeah.
especially over here in El Paso, Texas, where we're at.
Yeah, big time. And sometimes when they tell you that it's a taproom special, it's literally just keg special. Like they maybe only made just a few just for them to have in their tap rooms locally at their local brewery where it was brewed and made. So the fact that it did quite well enough for them to kind of can it, send it on out here in Texas, that's awesome. So thank you, Prairie. That's cool.
Damn. I was talking a lot of shit at first, but
I mean, it's sour.
it is sour,
You
but
know,
it's not.
You get what it describes. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is a sour ale,
Yeah.
straight up. But
And
it's not
people-
bad.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's like, I mean, would I get it again? Probably not. But at least I've tried it. You know what I
Definitely.
mean? I tried it and it's good. I mean, if you're a type of person that likes sour ales, try this out.
Definitely.
You
It's
know
not
what I
a
mean?
bad
Try
beer
it.
at
I
all,
mean,
you
it's
know?
okay.
And I've never had pink guava before. I don't know. I mean, what's the difference between pink guava and regular guava? Is all guava pink?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It might be from Guadalajara. I have no
Nice.
idea.
I don't know either, my man.
So yeah, I mean, it's pretty good.
Definitely a good beer.
Yeah.
And as you know, we stick to our man rule. Sour, no sour, it goes down the hatch.
Yeah, sure does. Pleasantly surprised.
I agree. This may be maybe my second or third sour in my entire life. So, you know, I'm glad that I was able to get through this whole one and you know, not hate it. That's for
pretty
sure.
good. Well, that was our beer review. So, if there's any beers out there that you'd like us to try, or maybe we haven't tried, you know, put in the comments or let us know. Keep in mind, we are from the Southwest, you know, Paso, Texas, so we're limited on a lot of type of craft beers, but we're willing to try any types of beers. So let us know. Hey, try this, try that. Have you guys tried that? We're willing to try everything. So we usually try to do mystery beers here and there, and that was our first mystery beer, and this one was a good one. You know, the next one might be a bad one. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. We
Definitely.
appreciate you guys watching and following us and checking us out. Appreciate your time.
Definitely. Click the subscribe button. Hit us up next time.
Yeah, this is Jim,
This is Bob.
and that's our beer review. Peace.